We just heard the mayor of Jackson talking about creating a model out of Jackson in terms of water. What's your hope for Salt Lake City? And what's a two-part question? Which other cities do you look to, either in this country or overseas, for models of how to proceed in these very ambitious targets?
So we are at the tip of the spear, certainly for the state of Utah, but also for much of the West in the conservation efforts that we're doing around water. One of the ways that we're asking the bigger questions and looking outside, though, is updating our watershed management plan. We go way back to when Salt Lake City was first founded by the Mormon pioneers. Brigham Young actually bought up much of the watershed around the Wasatch Front beyond our city borders in terms of the water stewardship. So we oversee much more than our city's boundaries in terms of water collection, and we provide water to more cities than our own as a public utility. And so our footprint and our care goes far beyond the city boundaries. But as we look at our watershed management plan, we acknowledge that climate change is impacting how much snowpack we get, which absolutely is the drinking water we rely on for the rest of the year. If we can't adjust how much water we're going to get, how much snowpack we're going to get, then we need to even look at what types of plants and trees we have up in the watershed that can keep the soil stable, and how do we work with forestry to make sure that we're preventing wildfires and we're accounting for the loss of certain tree species up in the forest. One of the ways we're trying to adjust that here in the city is that we're planting 1,000 extra trees every year, and we're doing it on our city's west side, which has had the greatest environmental impacts from industry, from the location, and the bisection from the rest of the city. We're trying to improve air quality locally while we can't control how much snowpack we have. And at the same time, even though those trees take water, they end up, as you know, cooling the space around them, cooling homes in a greater way, improving walkability, and having many other environmental impacts. Cities are where it's at. I know that Mayor Lumumba and I are biased, but we literally get to dig those holes, plant the trees, fix the infrastructure. We get to ask for the support from our state and our federal partners. But when it comes down to it, city is where the rubber meets the road. You turn on the faucet and it's probably your city that's responsible for providing you that drinking water. We can't control the climate in every way. We can't control the federal system that's happening, but we are tenaciously creative about coming up with ways we can make each household's life better, even if we are praying for snow all the while.